Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Collector, and for today's video, I'm gonna review the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange as seen on the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Let's take a closer look at the packaging. As you can see at the side, there's the concept art of Doctor Strange. At the back, there's the same portrait. You can pause the video if you wanted to read the description. And at the side, there's the same portrait. And at the top of the box, there's the logo of the Sanctum Sanctorum. And without further ado, let's proceed. Here is Doctor Strange out of the packaging. Honestly speaking, I thought Hasbro will be lazy and they will just reuse most of the parts of the old Doctor Strange action figure, which was part of the No Way Home wave. But I was wrong. There are a lot of good details and design on this figure, and there are also some minor issues that I will be discussing later. So without further ado, let's proceed. Sorry. First of all, I forgot to mention a while ago that this is, Doctor Strange is part of the Rintra Build-A-Figure wave, but he was not numbered because he didn't came with any Build-A-Figure piece. So moving on, let's take a closer look at Doctor Strange. First, let's focus on the head sculpt. Let's remove the cloak first. Let's focus on the head sculpt. As you can see, they really nailed the resemblance to Benedict Cumberbatch. Hasbro has an excellent face print technology. Just to inform you, this is the same head sculpt that came with the No Way Home Doctor Strange. As you can see, they're the same, but I think the shading and the paint apps on this one is much better, especially with the skin tone. This latest Doctor Strange is a little bit pale. Now moving on with his suit. As you can see, let me focus. As you can see, I think 90% of this figure, 90% of the parts of this figure is brand new sculpt. Especially, I really like what they did on the design. This is inspired, or rather, this is much more comic book accurate. As you can see, the insignia on his chest is very similar to its comic book counterpart. And also, this, what do you call this, hand wraps, I think it's also an original sculpt. And you compare it with the No Way Home Doctor Strange, this is brand new. Also the boots, which I like the design. Now I just like to point out the details or the paint details on this one. Hasbro didn't get lazy on painting the sling ring and also painting this buckle, rounded buckle, because on the previous Doctor Strange action figure, as you can see, they got lazy and they didn't even paint the sling ring. Even the cloth that surrounding the buckles, they didn't even paint it. Also, because of this design, there's the advantage of there's a articulation on his torso. The minor problem for me on this figure, I don't know if it's just me, but take a look at his head. Do you see it? I think he has a longer neck. Maybe I can fix this by drilling the hole, drilling the hole for this one. Maybe I should drill a little bit so that I can push it more down. And also, I didn't like what they did on the eye of Agamotto. That's a sloppy paint up, but it's also understandable. This is just a $20 action figure. It's attached with the eye of Agamotto is attached on his clothes, unlike the previous iteration, which is actually a necklace accessory. And also, I wish Hasbro just tear this. Maybe I'll just gonna cut this part so that he can spread his legs more, also this part. But overall, I really like this iteration of Doctor Strange. Now let's focus on the Cloak of Levitation. As you can see, there's patterns on the cloak, and if you compare it with the previous Cloak of Levitation, they added more texture on this one. I thought they are exactly the same, but this one has a different form, and it's much softer. Also, the peg, there's no peg in this one, so putting the cloak on Doctor Strange is much smoother compared with the previous one, where you will peg this hole at his back, and I think it's much cleaner when you remove it. There's no holes in his back. Moving on with the accessories, as I've shown a while ago, the Cloak of Levitation, I didn't consider I didn't consider it an accessories because he has his own life. I'm just kidding. Doctor Strange came with a lot of accessories actually. He came with this two let me focus, two spell casting hand with the shield effect on it. It's translucent and it's made of soft plastic, so you won't be worrying too much on storing this. He also came with the pair of, I don't know what to call this one, spell casting hands, as you can see. Moving on with the articulation. His head is on a ball joint. He can rotate his head 360 degrees. He can look up that far, and let me focus, let me move down that far. His arms can only reach up to that point. He can rotate it 360 degrees. He has a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbows with the pinless neck. His arms can rotate 360 degrees. It can move down up that far and move down that far. And he has a torso articulation. He can look up that far and look down that far. He also have a hip articulation that can rotate 360 degrees. His feet cannot do the split because of the skirt. He can only kick up that far and kick back that far. He has the double jointed knees with the pinless neck. He has an ankle pivot and it can move up that far and move down that far. Doctor Strange is standing around 6.5 inches tall. Here is Doctor Strange side by side with the Marvel Legends Defender Strange. Here is Doctor Strange side by side with the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange as seen on the No Way Home movie. Here is Doctor Strange side by side with the Mesco 112 Collective Doctor Strange. And finally, here is Doctor Strange side by side with the Marvel Select Doctor Strange. To conclude this video, I think this figure is a great upgrade for the previous Doctor Strange action figure. I just hope that they have kept the original paint apps on his face. And if you're a MCU collector, this is a must-have. It's a, as I've said, it's a great upgrade. The details and the accessories, it's superior than the previous iteration. The previous action figure, which was the No Way Home Doctor Strange. But if you're the type of collector that's okay, or you don't like, it's okay for you if you're not being updated on the latest iteration of the characters, then you can pass on this one since they also have the same head sculpt. So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Again, thank you and have a great day. Take care, guys.